What it do, my tribe? Welcome back. On today's show, we got some rap freaks, we got people paying for followers, and a whole bunch of duty on the low. Y'all stay tuned. Okay, y'all, so let's get right into it. Got up this morning, looked on the shade room, rap freaks. It's trending everywhere. Rap freaks, Young Miami. I'm like, did Young Miami get on the track and really, maybe she must have did some shit. Carisha, you are funny as hell. That's all I, the bitch, she's funny, man. She's funny. I mean, if we gonna be celebrating like fucking, what's her name? Vicky, the white girl that be, we don't know what the fuck she's saying. I don't know what Lucretia be saying either. But that fucking rap freaks was hilarious. It was fucking hilarious. And then she showed everybody's face and shit. They looking stupid on their picture. She got the old 50-cent picture that you get from a Google image or some shit. The shit was hilarious. It was hilarious to me. Because this is they lane, this is what they do. Can she rap? No. Are you expecting to hear good lyrics? Really? That's the thing that be pissing me off when you go in expecting to hear somebody like this who can barely put a sentence together. Are he paying for your hair looking ass? You think she gonna be able to put something together? No. We like her for what we like her for. And Carisha is funny as fuck. She in the video busting that wide country cat open. It's on YouTube. Y'all go see it. Go see it. But I think Megan's response to it was by far my Aquarius sister. That was a real natural reaction to hear what this fucking girl was saying on here. It was so funny. She wasn't on beat and she didn't care. Sounded like she was on the phone talking to somebody and just running down shit. But I thought Megan's response was hilarious, y'all. Hold on, check her out. This shit had me rolling this morning.
Miami, bitch, I know you.
No, this her texting me right now.
No, Miami, bitch, I know you gonna see this live. Bitch, I know what she said. Oh, bitch. Miami, why you didn't put that partner song that you text Kelly? But wait, Miami said, bitch, Buenos, Noches. This bitch Miami said, I'm gonna put his ass and say, Buenos Noches. Buenas noches.
Oh.
Why would she say that? Like, this bitch Miami rhymed roaches with buenas noches.
All right, y'all. On to a more pressing matter. I meant to say fair use. Fair use, YouTube, fair use. So, on to a more pressing matter. We got the Doodie Low situation, okay? His ex, FTN Bay. Her real name is Brittany. You follow her on Instagram. But she released some videos talking about the situation between him and her son. I'm going to tell you right now, as a mother and with my lawyer cap on, this is very disturbing what I'm listening to. It's very disturbing, and no matter how much she is talking through this or whatever, something's not adding up for me. It's not a thing of, you know what I'm saying, you believe your child, you know, but her pattern and the things that she's saying within telling the story about her son, which I don't understand why she's doing that anyway. But y'all just hold on. I want y'all to pay attention to how much she values her relationship over the protection of her son. Honestly, as a mom, I want y'all to listen to what she's saying when she's talking about he the first person I called. Not because she thought that he did it. That was the first person she called because she wanted to, I don't know. We're going to get into it. Y'all take a look at this video. I'm going to let it play and y'all just take a listen.
What are you talking about? So I'm like, what are you talking about? Alex did what? What was it? He says, it was a little spiky thing. I said, where'd she get it from? I don't know. I said, what color was it? Silver and gold. I said, okay. Freaking out, because I don't know what's going on. I'm asking questions like, how did you feel? Did you like it? Were you guys playing? Like, what were y'all doing? I don't get it. And he said, I said, how did you feel? Like, how did you feel? He said, I felt sad. I said, why? He said, because no one had ever done that to me before. So I'm like what? Like, then it clicked, like the pooping in the pants, the insecurity. He felt violated. Baby Alex. What? I'm confused. I called David. He was the first nigga I called. Because he was the closest one to me that was dealing with this the whole time with me. I say, Wesley just told me what happened. He said, what he said? I said, he said that, I don't know. He said, baby Alex put something up in him. I'm talking like that. When I get like this, I stutter and shit. And I'm like, I don't know. He's saying Alex put something up him, and I'm so confused. I don't get it. Like, I don't even know what to think right now, and I don't get it. I need to talk to her mom. I'm freaking out, crying, like heartbroken. I'm telling him, bro, I can't breathe. I'm crying because all I heard was how he felt about it. So I knew it was serious. And then all the other signs, it clicked. So I'm in my head thinking like, I don't know what's going on. I don't get it. I'm telling him, I don't get how she did that. Like, a 3-year-old, like, she's a little girl, and my son is almost 6. How does a little girl put something up you unwillingly? As a child, my son would have had to been bent over with his cheeks out or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, he would have had to have been spreading. There's no way that physically a little girl could just go up behind my son and dig in his pants and stick anything up him. It didn't make sense without him pushing her off. It didn't make sense.
Pause. Girl, nothing of what you saying to me right now is making sense. The whole fact that you had this video, it was like a 15-minute long video, and the whole time you was accusing your 3-year-old little bitty niece, and then you saying the kids' names and everything, and it's fucking weird. I don't know what's going on in this situation. I know I worked with kids for a very long time and things like that, but you trying to tell me that this man, you didn't know none of this for 2 months, and you're talking about a 5-year-old here. You're talking about a fucking 5-year-old. You're saying that there were 3 screws wrapped up in some gold foil, and you know the rest, without you knowing anything? He's 5 years old. We still help them in the bathtub sometimes. Nothing? It's not victim blaming. It just doesn't make any sense to me. If you can make it make sense to me, please. If you're a mom out there that don't help or whatever with your 5-year-old and shit when they getting out the bathtub, you don't check your kid's body, let me know. Because sometimes even at 5, they be needing help with stuff. We would know something like that. Screws in an untampered with ass, that don't make any sense. It's not making any sense to me. It's not funny. And and I'm telling you, my intuition be so on point. Honey, if you doing this to clout chase, God forbid, because something ain't adding up to me. If you doing this to clout chase, you gonna get all the fucking attention that you want. All the attention that you've been looking for. I'm telling you right now. Because if I was an investigator sitting across from you, this is a child you talking about. That kind of pain, how was he able to mask that kind of pain without you knowing anything? You know why? I'm going to show you why. Because I'm going to show you a video when she with her son and how she interacts with him. If you listen to the video I just played, she said he had to tell her to stop beating her own damn child. He probably shitting on himself because you probably ain't never took the time to potty train him when he was younger. You probably didn't. So I'm just putting it out there because I get a vibe from this. This ain't no victim blaming. This is just an adult woman listening to this girl talk about her child that has been messed with openly to the public, saying his name, saying her niece's name with no indiscretion, going into graphic details. And you know what I learned? That people that be going into those weird details like that, they always end up being told that it's not the truth. It's not the truth because a liar goes into extra details for no reason. So it'll be interesting to me, and we're going to stay tuned to look through all of it. But as it stands right now with me, it's a little shaky. It's a whole lot of shaky. It's a whole lot of shaky. Then he went and pointed in the grass where the screws was and all. It was just a lot of things that just didn't add up to me. And then you were still talking to him. Through the whole video, it seemed like you was more upset because he ain't talking to you no more. But she likes to get upset when people don't talk to her no more. And I ain't putting it out just to say it. I'm putting it out because you shouldn't have had your ass on Instagram with your fucking child. If this is such a serious matter, then here you go. Now you up to get fucked with. You know, I'm not even using your son's name, but you will. Check this out, y'all. Check this video out.
I'm asking him, how did she do that to you? It's not making sense. But I'm not questioning my son. I'm just listening. I ain't never questioned him. I never said I don't believe. I let him talk. I let him talk. So I tell David on the phone, what he said about initially being Alex. And I remember when I first said Alex, he was like, who was Alex? That little girl who was there? And I said, yeah. And he goes, oh, see, I told you something happened to him. I told you I know those signs because somebody in my family, that happened to them before. See, that's why I asked you if he's been around anybody new. And he did. So he's the only one out of everybody of my family that ever suggested that my son was touched. He had said it because he said, has he been around anybody new? And I knew what that implies. And I was like, no, he's only around the 5 people and all of them but one are girls. So I'm like, no, like nobody touched Wesley. He don't be nowhere. And that was it. I'm saying I never thought about it. But he was the only one. He goes, see, I told you something happened to him. I told you I know those signs. Somebody in my family, because it happened to them. That's why I told you to stop beating on him. That's why I told you just talk to him. Because I knew something was wrong with him. You a good mother. Y'all gonna be good. So he goes, I'm gonna call you back. Click. I didn't hear from that fuck nigga for 2 weeks. Now, mind you, September 27th, I did break up with him. But I'm telling you in a story that he was my first person I called. So clearly that means we were still talking. No, we weren't officially dating, but he was still very much so involved in my life to where he was the first person I called about this. So for him to say, I'm going to call you back, and I didn't hear from him for 2 weeks, that whole time, nothing. If the nigga would have a regular conversation, I wouldn't do this. Y'all the ones that went on live and talk shit. I ain't do that.
If you on live, bro, you can't follow us, bro. You tripping. Hey, Brittany, you tripping. Tripping.
Tell him to get around
us, bro. Get the fuck around us. You tripping, bro.
Whatever. I'm tripping.
What type of shit you on?
What type of shit y'all on?
You on that little ass girl shit?
I don't give a fuck what it is. Y'all want to size me in my face like I'm a little ass bitch? So I pull up on you because I'm not no little girl.
Oh, nigga. To the ball.
Who cares where it's at? I'm not going to nobody's house. I'm not gonna pull to his house.
You know where the fuck we be at? Why you trying to come out in public and show out, nigga?
I'm not gonna go to his house.
What's wrong with you?
So
You
y'all can
tripping.
fight me. So
Why
y'all can fight me.
fight you? You
He
are a girl.
already said he gonna beat my ass.
Man, why is you on live saying all that crazy ass shit? Brittany, you tripping, Brittany.
Oh,
You
this is
tripping
not
right
this
now.
separate with y'all, you know?
Man, you tripping right now. You on live on all that fuck.
No, I'm not doing shit for no media, but y'all got me fucked up.
Just chill. Just chill.
The fuck, nigga?
My boy playing running back for Tennessee State.
I'm not going to the car.
You can't follow us to the car on live, fam. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, get off live. In that shit right now, fam.
Y'all play too many games.
In that shit right now, fam. In that shit. I'm gonna end it for
So he
you.
can have a conversation.
In that shit right now. Man, in that shit. Cut the live off. Get off live. Get off live. Go ahead, fam. Cut the live off.
I know what. What the fuck is you talking about, nigga?
Are you
What is you talking about?
tripping right
I'm
now?
actually too, bitch. Fuck is you doing?
Your ass is too fucking You tripping right now,
I
bro.
know I'm fast. No,
So what I am gathering from this video is that the girl is still, by the way she's talking, still wanting acceptance from this guy. And because she didn't get the response that she wanted from him, I feel like that has something to do with everything that's going on. If it get proven otherwise, then, then it is what it is. He should be in jail and you know what I'm saying? And go to hell. But the way that this is presented is tacky, is tasteless. It's like, girl, everything she's saying, like, I called him because he the only one that cares about me. Girl, what? And then you said you called your mama and your sister, but you live with them and your niece is there. You was willing to throw your 3-year-old niece up underneath the bus to save him. And that he was the last person you thought? You see what I'm saying? And the way she's talking about stuff. So it was like 4 days. This day, that day, and that day. He was there this day. But you went on a fucking rampage for about, I don't even know how long, accusing your little niece, saying all this weird shit, and everybody's looking at you like you sound fucking stupid. You sound crazy, man. I'm not tripping. I know I'm not tripping. My whole thing was everything was revolved around him and the relationship with him. To the fact where, like I said, women be pushing their kids on people. He got my son's phone number. Why do he need your son's phone number? He got a whole daddy that you obviously communicate with, because you told him. That was the second person that you told. It just sound weird to me. It sound like somebody that's needing of attention or something, and you gonna get it. Because if you making up a story like that, then your ass deserve anything that you got coming to you. Because I'm telling you right now, I smell bullshit. I smell bullshit. And y'all, just like that video, she chasing the guy down. It's like, girl, if they don't want to talk to you no more, they don't want to talk to you no more. That's it. But this whole thing and the way you fabricating this story here, from whatever happened, but maybe something did happen. At this point, I don't know. Because listening to you, listening to how you interact with your son and watching y'all, I'm just looking at it and I'm analyzing it, and something ain't hitting right. You seem like a thirsty ass mother to me. You do. And until proven otherwise, that's how I feel. Like I said, we're going to continue to get into it. But that's where I'm at with it right now. Moving right along. We're going to move on to something else. But I want y'all to catch this video real quick. Hold on.
DM me, texting me, calling me. There has never been a time that this man has ever stepped away and walked away from me for more than 3 days. 2 weeks after I just tell you, somebody you care about, somebody whose son you care about, I just tell you I'm crying, I'm heartbroken. I tell you what just happened to my son. You tell me you gonna call me back. We gonna be okay. You gonna call me back. And I don't hear from you for 2 weeks. You just didn't get back to me. That's what he told his mom. I just didn't get back to her. You didn't get back to me? Now, I didn't text I didn't text him because I found out that night the whole complete true story. So I'm not finna text him when I know what the fuck you did to my son. And see, you gotta be smart. I went to the police as soon as I got the story, okay? I can't jeopardize the case. I'm not gonna jeopardize the case and let him know I got the cops on you. So what? So he can do what he's doing now? What he's doing now is I'm getting threats. I'm getting threats that it's not safe for me to be in my house. Niggas is trying to expose my OnlyFans pages and shit. So that's what I'm going through right now. I wasn't gonna let him know that I have police on your ass until it's about time that you about to find out. Cause you about to find out. You about to find out. I don't give a fuck I don't give a fuck who want to say what. Just give it a couple of days. Just be patient. Like I had to be patient. Be patient. It's coming. It's coming. Like I don't whatever. So anyways, 2 weeks, didn't hear from him, right? So boom, back to my son in the story. Back to Alex. So boom. Call Alex's mom. I call my sister. I'm like, what's he said? Da, 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 da. I'm throwing a fit. I'm at the crib. I'm yelling at everybody. Because everybody was telling me, no, there's no way Alex did that, Brittany. Alex didn't do that, Brittany. No. And I'm like, so you trying to say my son is lying? So I'm really stepping on everybody. I'm going hard because I never questioned him. And everybody was like, we're not saying he's lying. We know something happened to him. We know, everybody knows what he was dealing with. But they were saying, it's not Alex, Brittany. It couldn't have been Alex. And everybody, my sister's mom, she say, oh, maybe he's covering for somebody. I didn't want to hear that shit because it's like, what are y'all talking about? That's what he said to me. I'm finna stand by what my son said. But before we attack that character, I guess I'll finish the how I found out exactly what happened. I get home from picking him up from school that day. After he told me about Alex, I talked to David. I drive home. So when I drive home, I'm talking to him some more. I asked him what he did, whatever. I don't really want to get into all the details. I don't like talking about that shit. But he said he pushed whatever he used, whatever Alex, because originally it was Alex. So he pushed it out. And I say, so what'd you do with it? He say, I hid it. I say, where'd you put it? He said, I threw it outside. So I say, outside? Go and walk me outside. So I walked outside. I got the cameras. October 1st. It was, I believe, 6 or 7. In the evening. I walk outside and he says clearly, I threw it over there. I stand where my son said he threw it. I'm walking in the grass. Mind you, in my head, I'm looking for a little spiky thing that is silver and gold. So, walking around the grass. Boom. I see these screws on the floor. I wasn't even going to pick them up. But that's the only thing that was on the ground. So I pick it up and I say, Wesley, you wasn't talking about this. He said, yeah, it was that. I said, no, it wasn't. I said, yeah, it was that. Broke down. 2 hours. 2 hours I sat outside. For 2 hours outside of my backyard. Front door wide open. Had flies all up in my crib. For 2 hours. Because he walked me to where he said he put it. I have no reason to... There's just... how he knew that little spiky thing was going to be outside in the grass and he could walk me straight to it. Broke my heart when I saw that it was screws. I'm thinking it was like a little toy or something, because he said it was Alex. So it had to be I'm looking at these screws like something not right. I'm not questioning the screws though. Because that's where he said he pushed up out of him. That's where he said he put it, and that's where he walked me to. So I wasn't questioning the screws. I'm looking at the screws. Because the screws, I don't know what the screws look like. And I'm not going to show y'all because it's in evidence. But the screws was basically like tied together. Like it was three screws like this, but it was tied like that. Like they were like this. And there was like a gold, like 2 gold, like... I don't know what it is. Like why I don't know what it was, but it was like a little wire, and it was on the nails or on the screws. You can tell that around it was burned. Like you could tell that the way that it was done was by fire. Like it was just you hold the screws. I guess. I'm not a carpenter and I don't make shit with my tools, but the screws also good fact to know